The biggest failure that I see in entrepreneurs that I work with and that I audit for and I help out is lack of focus. Focus is a discipline. It's a muscle. And if you don't train that muscle every single day, every single week, it's going to atrophy, right? You're going to lose it completely. I mean, the only reason that I'm making this video right now is because I set aside time in my night to make this video. I set aside time from 10:30 to 11 to make videos and make content so I could share it with you. See? 1050. I mean, in my business, for example, I have a specific outcome every single month that I shoot for. Okay, whether that's a certain uplift in revenue, whether that's a certain uptick in cash flow and how much I have on hand, and however many ad channels that we have running consistently, hitting a certain mark, whether that's customer service tickets that I want to come back positive, whatever it is, I have those set as outcomes every single month of my business. And every objective, every single week aims directly for that outcome and that target, okay, that outcome that I'm looking to get at the end of the month. And everything that I do revolves around that, okay? If you don't have something like that and you're an entrepreneur who has thousands of different outcomes and you want thousands of different things and there's no certainty in the business as to exactly what you want and no path to actually get it, then that's a failure in your ability to focus, okay? I mean, a client that I used to have actually comes to mind when I talk about this. He was getting some success. He was doing really well. And he was hitting I think it was 80K a week at one point with his e-commerce brand and profit. And he was doing good. And we were trying to get him to 100K. And, the system that we were getting to was working well. I mean, we were just making it more efficient, optimizing from the inside out like that I do. It was cooking. We were doing great. And then he came to us and he was like, hey, I want to try this and this. And I was like, you don't need that though. We're cooking. We're doing great, dude. Why do you need to add that? And he was like, okay, yeah, you're right. And then next week he added that. And he would do this every 2 weeks because he saw his buddies doing it, people in the Facebook groups that he was in, the business growth groups that he was in were doing it, and he wanted to try it out. And he would spend his time and his energy on trying a bunch of different things and diversifying out the wazoo that he never actually moved forward because he wasn't focused on anything. And so that lack of focus didn't allow him to get the growth that he was looking for. And I couldn't do it. I was done. I didn't want to spend the time and the money and expend myself helping him out when he couldn't focus on this one thing. And that was already working and netting him almost $100,000 a week. I mean, it would have netted him $100,000 a week, maybe more than that, probably more than that, had he just kept doing what I told him to do. But he's an entrepreneur, right? And entrepreneurs, we want the creative thing. We're very creative people. And I don't want to call it shiny object syndrome, but that's kind of what it is. And as entrepreneurs, the danger is that focus doesn't prevent us from making money. We're still going to make a little bit of money, but it prevents us from making a lot of money. It prevents us from making all the money possible with that thing that we're getting, right? So he might do $50,000 a month by adding all the different things that he wants to add to the business. But he's going to have to manage all of that. There's going to be a lot of overwhelm. And he'll be doing maybe a third of what he could potentially be doing had we just stuck with that one thing, right? And it continued to do that thing. And it continued to get him those results. So why? Why do we fall into this trap? And it's because, again, entrepreneurs, we're creative people. We want to always be trying new things. And focus is boring. It's one of the most boring things that you could possibly do. The exact same thing over and over and over. And that consistency is boring, but that's how you get scaled. That's how you grow. That's where your business takes off, is with that consistency on the process that got you successful and focusing on that one thing and optimizing it and making it better, right? So a lot of the times clients, they come to me and they're like, Joe, your brands, you're doing this and you're doing that and that and that, and we want to try all that. And I'm like, too many things is going to kill you and your business. Right? Too many things is going to overwhelm you and bog you down, and you're not going to be making as much as you potentially could be if you just focused on that thing that got you successful and stuck to that, made it as good as possible, kept adding layers every time it got as foundationally secure as possible, make it as good as you can, stack it up, then move on to the next thing. Right? That's 3x3 scaling. And that's what the biggest businesses in the world do, and that's how you actually grow your business and avoid that number one failure of all entrepreneurs, which is the lack of ability to focus. So hope that gave you some clarity. This is the ability to focus has done wonders for me, and I hope that it can do the same for you.